Okay, think about this. For over 30 years, the Golden State Killer case. We're talking more than 50 assaults, 10 horrific murders across California. Just sat there, cold.
Completely cold. And the thing that finally broke it open, it wasn't some, huge police task force breakthrough.
No, it was actually a true crime blogger, working relentlessly, obsessively.
Incredible, isn't it?
It really is. So today, let's pull out the most game-changing insights from the book about her work, I'll Be Gone in the Dark. This is practical stuff, wisdom that could honestly change how you think and act.
Let's dive in. Viral insight number 1, the power of naming.
Right, so before Michelle McNamara got involved, these weren't seen as one connected case. They were just dozens of separate crimes.
Yeah, spread across different jurisdictions, different police departments, each had their own name, The original Night Stalker, East Area Rapist.
Visalia Ransacker. It was all over the place. No one was really connecting the dots, officially.
Exactly. So her first huge move wasn't even about finding clues. It was about communication. Strategic communication. She coined the name Golden State Killer. And she pushed it, popularized it.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't just a catchy name.
Not at all. It was like
Yeah.
creating this neutral umbrella. Suddenly you had this single term that cut through all the jurisdictional ego, all the separate files. It forced coordination.
It forced them to share evidence that had been sitting isolated for years.
Precisely. It unified the problem.
That's actually a huge lesson right there. If you're dealing with a complex problem, maybe the issue isn't the facts themselves, but how you're labeling it, how you talk about it.
Find that unifying term. It can make all the difference. But here's a simple way to apply this. Recognizing how strategic communication can unify disparate facts.
Okay, insight number 2, the citizen sleuth revolution.
Right. This is where it gets really wild.
I mean, you have a true crime blogger working from her home office.
Yeah, basically armed with her computer.
And she makes more progress than seasoned detectives had in decades.
Well, it highlights how digital tools are sort of democratizing investigation now. She wasn't just Googling. She dove deep into online genealogy databases.
Like GED Match, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Sites where people upload their DNA for family history. She realized you could potentially find distant relatives of the killer using that decades-old crime scene DNA.
Wow, so bypassing the official police databases entirely.
Totally. It showed the power of crowdsourced data used creatively. And it connects to her key observation about the killer.
The quote, he wasn't a genius, he just practiced a lot.
Yeah. It wasn't about some evil mastermind. It was about systematic, practiced methodology, which, is a lesson for anyone.
Sustained effort, methodology, that often looks like genius from the outside. Her methods are now actually standard for cold cases. You can watch the full episode to discover the complete framework.
And speaking of insights, this is Mindful Moments, our YouTube channel offering AI book analysis, summaries, and critiques, inspiring reflection and rational thought.
Okay, viral insight number 3, the profile that cracked the case.
This is maybe the most stunning part. Years before they caught him, before the DNA match.
She basically described him.
She did, based purely on analyzing how he committed the crimes, the patterns, the discipline.
The control he exerted, the planning.
Exactly. She theorized, based on that behavior, that he likely had law enforcement or military training. Someone used to structure, compartmentalization, planning.
And then Joseph James DeAngelo is arrested in 2018.
And what do we find out? Navy veteran, former police officer, fired back in '79.
It's showing how accurate she was just from observing the how, not getting lost in the why.
And that kind of behavioral profiling, focusing on patterns over psychological guesswork, it's now integrated into FBI training.
It shows that if you adopt that level of pattern recognition, you really can see connections others miss.
Definitely.
But this leads to the darker side. Viral insight number 4, the dark cost of justice.
Yeah, this is tough. The obsession that drove her, that incredible focus, it took a massive toll.
A devastating toll.
Her investigation just consumed her. Chronic insomnia, intense anxiety, and reliance on prescription drugs to manage it all.
And tragically, she died at 46. Just 2 years before DeAngelo was arrested. She never saw the case solved.
Her husband said she'd overloaded her mind with information with very dark implications. It's a stark reminder.
It really is, especially in this digital age, chasing complex, often dark truths online. It's a warning about burnout.
And the need for balance. It's not a luxury. It's essential if you're doing deep, demanding work. Her story really sparked a needed conversation about the psychological risks for investigators, even amateur ones.
Absolutely, a crucial, if painful, insight.
So those are some of the most actionable, really transformative takeaways from this incredible book.
Start with our 5-minute viral moments, then dive into the in-depth analysis. Next, the summary, ending with the comprehensive critique, and it leaves you with a provocative thought. If one blogger with a unifying name in public databases could succeed where government resources failed for decades, who really holds the keys to knowledge and justice now? Host speaker and expert speaker. Subscribe and nourish your mind on the go.